Hello, my dear students. Uh, how are you? I think you all must be fine. And this is my YouTube channel, S. Pandeng's Classes, where I'm going to teach a school students uh, their lesson from a grammar voice. Well, guys, uh, without wasting time, I would like to go ahead with the chapter voice. As we know that, and we have studied earlier, that voice is of two kinds, active voice and passive voice. We can also say it active verb and passive verb. Okay, uh, it is our video class, so it will be beneficial to give the basic points only. So I would not like to go ahead with the definitions of each and every words. And everyone knows the definition of voice. Voice or verb. We know active voice. What is active voice? Active voice is the form of verb where the subject denoted by the noun or pronoun performs an action or does something, or in another word is active. So we say the sentence is in active voice. Then why do we need a passive verb form? Passive verb form is needed when we have to use no subject. That means we have not to focus on the doer of the action. So we can say that the passive voice is the receiver. Passive voice form is the sentence in which the subject denoted by a noun or pronoun does not perform an action. It only receives the action. It becomes the passive voice. It becomes passive. It receives only. Now, there are many rules, many definitions, many explanations, but in this class, I think the video must be short, and I have come directly to simple present tense. We know that there are 8 tenses which can be transformed into passive voice. So the first one is here simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Okay. We have taken here the basic structure of a English sentence of simple present tense. That is, we need a subject. Subject is necessary for all the sentences. Sometimes without subject we can do, like in imperative sentences. But a subject is necessary part of a sentence. And next we see here the verb form 1 and verb form 5. Actually, I must make it clear that there is no verb form such like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we basically read it from beginning. We have just given a name that this is called verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 4, verb 5. But this is not that we must say verb 1, verb 2, verb 5. So here I have prepared that verb forms name which we say V1, V5, V2, V3, V4 can be said or actually is simple present tense. The verb form that we say V1 or V5, the verb already denotes that the verb form is in present tense, because whenever I do teach students, I do make it clear that the verb 1 and verb 5 is simple present tense. It is not the subject and the object and the verb form is a simple present tense. Simple present tense, that means the form of the verbs that are regarded as simple present tense. Now we come to V2. V2 is regarded as simple past tense, and V3 it is called past participle, and V4 present participles. So I think school students might not have been well introduced with the participles. See, in these verb forms, in these 5 forms of verbs, there exists an actual verb form that is called 2 plus verb. 2 plus verb, where 2 is the verb particle, not a preposition. Okay, it denotes the verb in main form. It is a main form, and these are the forms of the verbs. We need a main form of the verb. It is called infinitive. Okay, and infinitive also has 2 kinds: full infinitive and bare infinitive. Leave that. And V3 and V4, past participle, present participle, these are called non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs. And the verb forms V1, V2 or V5 said to be finite verbs. Said to be finite verbs. Why do we say finite verbs and why do we say that non-finite verbs? Let me make it clear. Finite verbs are the verbs that are limited by the number and person and the tense of the sentence. By the number and person of the subject and tense of the sentence. But the non-finite verbs are not regulated. They are not limited. There is no relationship between the subject and non-finite verbs directly. No subject can regulate our non-finite verbs. Like that. I want to go. Here, I and want are I is regulating want. He wants to go. He regulates want and it comes wants. But to go is the same there in both the sentences. That means the to go is also, to plus verb is also a non-finite verb. Non-finite verb. See. Now, these things are clear. I must break it out from here. Now, in other hand, we have prepared nominative case and objective case, because when we transform a sentence in passive voice, we need the object in active voice sentence. Without this, without having an object in an active voice sentence, we cannot change the active voice into passive voice, because the verb must be in transitive form. If the verb is not in transitive form, the sentence would not be converted into passive voice, because the first rule is that we change the object into subject form. We change this object into subject form, and for this I have prepared a chart, a case chart, but only referring two of them, nominative case and objective case. Nominative case is generally known as subject and objective case is generally known as object. And we can see I, the object form is me, we, the object form is us, you, the object form is the same, you, he, him, she, her, it and they and them. Now, what do we have to do? We'll come up to the structure, and I have also prepared a passive voice structure. So the first thing that was done here, we just take the object to become the subject here. Okay. If the object is me, the subject will become I. If the object is him, the subject will become he. Then a basic rule, actually teachers and students claim sentences, claim structures, but I do not want to give you claim things. You just learn things. Okay. And for this, what you will have to do? You have to use to be verb form. To be, the main verb form of to be, in simple present tense form and as per the subject's number and person. So, what will be the actual verb forms of to be in present form? That is V1 and V5. So, to be as is RM. And the next thing is that, and the very easy thing that you will see in every kind of sentence, that the verb forms, main verb forms will be changed into past participle form. Or we can say it verb 3, but the actual name is past participle form. Okay, so the verb forms, whatever it is, whatever they are, they will be changed into past participle forms. Then we have to use a preposition before the agent, and the subject becomes the agent. That means the subject becomes the object. This object form is called the agent here. Okay. The subject of active voice becomes the agent, and before the agent we use by. Not all the time. We can use to, we can use with, we can use in, we can use any other preposition. But basically and generally we find, and in the most of the sentences, that by comes. That is why teachers write by. Okay. So now we have seen that the structures of active voice and the passive voice are written on the board now, and then we will have to take an example for changing the sentences, and we can change it very easily. Now we take an easy example like he learns English. See, I have given a very common example, a very easy example, where we have a subject, a verb, and an object. We can say it's subject, verb, 5, and an object. Without the object, we cannot change into passive voice. That's why we need these three things at least in a sentence. Now, this is called active voice. And the passive voice structure is what? English. No. We can see here English. No. Because here we have given pronouns. Okay. Nominative case and objective case of pronouns. But it is a noun. So, it is in the object form and it is in the subject form also. So, what will be the subject here? English. Okay. Now, it learns. We will use here to be in present tense and as per the subject. So, each RM. These three words will come here, and we will have to select one proper suitable for English. Because English is a subject name, is the name of a language, and considered to be the singular form. So we cannot take M with English, we cannot take R with English, we can take only each with English. So English each. So English each. Okay. English each. And now the verb form, whatever is the verb form, will be changed into past participle form, V3 form. So it is learnt, and by he. See, the nominative case he will be changed into him, by him. Okay, one more example. You see, active voice, I know you, I know him. Okay, what will be the passive voice? Him. See, it is object, him. The subject will be he, and is rm. Definitely we will use is here, and no in V form, V3 form, it's noun. And see, as I had said that not only by is used here. With no we will use to. Okay, and me. That's it. Thank you everyone for watching today's video, and I think this is my first video, first experience on coming on YouTube channel. So whatever the next videos will be with better preparation, and you will get better benefits. Thank you for watching, and must like, share and comment if you find the video relevant to you, if you find the videos entertaining and infotainment.